Giving help is a generous act and a valuable virtue, but it's equally essential to recognize when it's best not to. In this video, we'll explore an often overlooked aspect of Stoic wisdom, the importance of being discerning in our support of others. Life is a constant reminder that our resources and energy are limited, and it's crucial to use them wisely. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus pointed out, it's not what happens to us that matters, but how we respond to it. This principle applies to our willingness to help as well. It's essential to choose carefully where and how we invest our time and effort. In this video, we will identify 9 types of people who are often best left unhelped, not because of a lack of compassion, but because our help may be misplaced, ineffective, or even harmful. If you are looking to balance your desire to help with wisdom and prudence, you are in the right place. Subscribe to our channel for more enriching content, and don't forget to like this video. If you find this information useful, share your thoughts in the comments and engage in a discussion about how Stoic wisdom can inform our choices in everyday life. Let's begin our exploration with the first type of person who is often best left unhelped, those who refuse to help themselves. This may seem harsh, but Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of self and personal responsibility. Helping someone who is not willing to take steps to change themselves can be counterproductive. It is like pouring water into a cracked vase. Let's take the example of a friend who constantly complains the same problems without ever taking any concrete steps to solve them. You may be tempted to offer advice, emotional support, or even practical solutions. However, if this person is unwilling to act or has changed their behavior, your help may become an echo in the void. The key here is to recognize the difference between supporting and enabling. Supporting means encouraging and helping someone who is making an effort to improve themselves. Enabling, on the other hand, means helping someone in a way that sustains their harmful behaviors. Or unwillingness to change. Stoic wisdom encourages us to practice intelligent compassion by helping those who are genuinely committed to their own growth. Now let's move on to the second type of person. It is often best not to help those who are constantly seeking attention and validation in our quest to be helpful and caring. It is easy to fall into the trap of feeding the incessant need for validation from others. However, Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of emotional independence for both ourselves and others. Consider the example of a person who always seems to need the approval and attention of others to feel valued. By constantly offering our support and validation, we may unintentionally reinforce their dependence on external approval. This can create an unhealthy cycle where that person becomes increasingly dependent on others for their self-esteem. The key here is to encourage autonomy and self-confidence, rather than consistently responding to their demands for attention. We can help them develop their own sense of worth. This may involve encouraging them to undertake activities that build their confidence, such as personal projects, hobbies, or even challenges that take them out of their comfort zone. Furthermore, it is important to practice active and empathetic listening without feeding their need for validation. Sometimes simply being present and listening without judgment is more beneficial than giving advice or compliments. It allows the person to feel heard and understood, while encouraging them to find solutions on their own. By adopting this approach, you not only help the person become more autonomous, but you also contribute to your own well-being by avoiding emotional exhaustion. By constantly meeting the validation needs of others, you preserve your energy for more balanced and meaningful interactions, ultimately helping others develop their own self-confidence. And emotional independence is a much more precious gift than simply responding to their demand for attention. It is a practice that aligns with Stoic wisdom, promoting personal growth and autonomy for both yourself and those you seek to help. Let's now address the third type of person. It is often best not to help those who are engaged in self-destructive behaviors with no desire to change. It is natural to want to help those who seem to be struggling. But here, Stoic wisdom reminds us of the importance of recognizing when our help may be useless or even harmful. Let's take the example of a person who persists in harmful habits such as substance abuse or risky behaviors, while refusing any help or advice to change. In such a case, offering help can sometimes feel like throwing a life preserver to someone who refuses to swim. Not only can it be ineffective, but it can also drag us down emotionally and physically. In these situations, it is crucial to maintain healthy boundaries. This means recognizing that you cannot force someone to change if they are not ready or willing to do so. Stoic wisdom teaches us to accept the things we cannot change, and this includes the choices and behaviors of others. However, maintaining boundaries does not mean abandoning the person. You can still offer support and express concern, but do not complicate it in a way that is detrimental to your own well-being. Sometimes the best help you can offer is to refer the person to professional resources, such as counselors or support programs. It is also important to practice self-preservation in these situations. Engaging with someone who is in a cycle of self-destructive behavior can be emotionally draining and stressful. Take care of yourself and seek support if needed. Remember that taking care of your own well-being is essential to being able to effectively help others, ultimately recognizing that stepping back from self-destructive behavior is a form of wisdom and strength. This does not mean that you do not care, but that you understand the limits of your ability to help and the importance of taking care of yourself. Let us now discuss the type of people that are often best left unhelped. Those who are manipulative or who are deprived of the kindness of others in our desire to be helpful and compassionate. We can sometimes become vulnerable to manipulation. Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of vigilance and caution in our interactions, recognizing that our help should not be used for selfish purposes. Consider the case of a person who always seems to need something from you, but never shows gratitude or willingness to return the favor. These individuals can be adept at playing on emotions to elicit sympathy or even guilt in order to get what they want. It is crucial to recognize these signs and understand that offering help in such circumstances can reinforce toxic behaviors. To manage these situations, it is important to develop a strong self-awareness and understand your own boundaries. Ask yourself questions such as, why do I feel compelled to help this person? And is my help truly appreciated and used constructively? This will help you identify if you are in a healthy relationship dynamic or if you are being manipulated. Furthermore, learn to say no firmly but respectfully. Stoicism teaches us that self-respect and firmness are essential in preserving our integrity by refusing to give in to manipulation. You not only protect your resources but also assert your worth and autonomy. It is also wise to seek advice or support from people you trust. Sometimes an outside perspective can help you see a situation more clearly and make more informed decisions about how to offer your help. Ultimately, recognizing and protecting yourself from manipulative people is an important skill. This does not mean becoming suspicious or cynical of everyone, but rather being judicious and mindful of how you choose to extend your help. This is a practice that aligns with Stoic wisdom, promoting caution and self-respect in our interactions with others. Let's move on to the fifth category of people who are often best left alone: those who are consistently negative or toxic. Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of the environment we live in and its impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Surrounding yourself with constant negativity can not only hinder our own growth, but also drain our energy and optimism. Imagine a colleague or friend who always sees the glass as half empty, who continually complains and spreads negative energy. Although our first instinct may be to try to help or comfort them, it is important to recognize when this negativity is becoming a burden on our own mental health. Stoics, like Mark Aurel, remind us that we have the power to choose our reactions and associations. We do not have to immerse ourselves in the negativity of others to effectively manage these situations. Setting clear boundaries is essential. This may mean limiting the time spent with these people or choosing not to engage with their complaining and pessimism. It is important to remember that you are not responsible for their happiness or changing their perspective. Also, practice self-reflection to understand why you might be attracted to negative people. Sometimes we may feel like we can save them or change them, but this mentality can lead us into a cycle of frustration and emotional exhaustion. Wisdom, Stoic philosophy, encourages us to focus on our own path and cultivate our inner peace rather than trying to fix others. It is also beneficial to cultivate a positive environment for yourself. Surround yourself with people who support you, share your values, and inspire you. This creates a circle of positivity that strengthens your own well-being and helps you stay centered and balanced. Finally, don't forget compassion. Although it is important to protect yourself from negativity, this does not mean you should be insensitive to the struggles of others. Offer your support in a healthy way, without letting yourselves be overwhelmed by their negativity. By acknowledging the impact of negativity and taking steps to protect yourself, you are practicing a form of Stoic wisdom. This allows you to stay true to your principles, maintain your emotional balance, and focus on your own growth and well-being. You are now halfway through this video. Well done for working on improving yourself. I would really appreciate it if you could leave a comment. It helps a lot. My channel. If you don't know what to say, just type Stoic wisdom lights my way. So I know you have watched this far, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Back to the video. The sixth type of person who often prefers not to help are those who are resistant to change, even in the face of clear evidence or advice in our life journey. We sometimes come across individuals who, despite advice, wise, and irrefutable evidence, choose to remain in denial or ignorance. Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of reason and open-mindedness, and reminds us that we cannot force someone to change if they are not ready to do so. Imagine a situation where you are trying to help someone by providing them with information, resources, or advice to improve their situation, but they consistently reject everything you offer. This can be frustrating and exhausting, especially if you invest a lot of time and energy without seeing positive results in these cases. It is important to recognize that although your intention is good, your help may not be what this person needs at this time in their life. To manage these situations, it is essential to practice patience and understanding. Sometimes people need time to process information and make decisions for themselves. It is important to respect their pace and decision-making process, even if it does not match your expectations. It is also crucial to remember that everyone is on their own path of life. Stoic wisdom teaches us that we should not get attached to the outcome of our actions, but rather focus on our intentions and efforts. By accepting that you have done your best and letting go of the need to change the other person, you preserve your inner peace and energy. Stoic wisdom teaches us that we should not be attached to the outcome of our actions, but rather focus on our intentions and efforts. By accepting that you have done your best and letting go of the need to change the other person, you preserve your inner peace and energy. It is also wise to reflect on your own motivations. Ask yourself why you feel the need to help this person. Is it for their well-being, or to satisfy a personal need for success or recognition? This introspection can help clarify your intentions and adjust your approach accordingly. Finally, remember to surround yourself with people who share your desire for growth and learning. This creates a stimulating and positive environment that nourishes your own personal development. Recognizing that you cannot help those resistant to change is a form of Stoic wisdom. It allows you to focus your energy where it can be most effective while respecting the path and choices of others. The eighth type of person it is often best not to help is someone who is constantly in conflict or disagreement. These individuals always seem to be involved in quarrels, disagreements, or contentious situations. In our desire to help and solve problems, we might be tempted to intervene. However, Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of choosing our battles wisely and recognizing when our involvement is neither wanted nor productive. Imagine a person who seems to attract or create conflict, whether at work, in personal relationships, or in social interactions. Intervening in these situations can be exhausting and may draw us into complex dynamics where our help isn't truly effective. Stoics remind us that inner peace is precious, and we must protect it. To handle such situations, it is crucial to practice restraint and caution before intervening in a conflict. Evaluate whether your help will genuinely be beneficial or if it might worsen the situation. Intervening in these situations can not only be exhausting but also drag us into complex dynamics where our help is not truly effective. Stoics, like Seneca, remind us that inner peace is precious and should be protected. To handle such situations, it is crucial to practice restraint and prudence before intervening in a conflict. Evaluate whether your help will genuinely be beneficial or if it might worsen the situation. Sometimes the best action is inaction, allowing the involved parties to resolve their differences on their own. It's also important to develop a deep understanding of conflicts, which involves recognizing underlying motives, emotions, and stakes for all involved. With this insight, you can offer a more enlightened perspective if you choose to intervene or decide to step back if necessary. Moreover, it is essential to cultivate your own resilience and conflict management skills, which means learning to stay calm and centered even in tense situations. Stoic wisdom teaches us that our peace of mind should not depend on external circumstances, but on our ability to remain in control of our reactions. Finally, don't forget the power of leading by example. By demonstrating how to manage disagreements and conflicts constructively and peacefully, you can inspire others to adopt similar approaches, creating a more harmonious environment for everyone. Recognizing when it's best not to intervene in others' conflicts is a form of Stoic wisdom, allowing you to preserve your inner peace and focus your energy where it can be most effective and positive. The ninth and final type of person it's often best not to help is the one indifferent or apathetic to their own development. These individuals may appear uninterested in personal growth, opportunities, or even their well-being. While our instinct might be to motivate or inspire them, Stoic wisdom teaches the importance of recognizing when our help is neither wanted nor useful. Consider someone satisfied with the status quo, indifferent to change or improvement. Pushing them towards growth can meet with a wall of indifference which can be frustrating and demotivating. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius remind us that we must accept people as they are without trying to change them according to our ideals. In approaching these situations, it's essential to practice acceptance and letting go, understanding that everyone has their own path and pace of growth. Your role is not to force change, but to be available and supportive when, and if, the person seeks help. It's also important to focus on your own development, rather than wasting energy trying to change someone who is indifferent. Invest that energy into your own growth and goals, allowing you to remain productive and engaged in your journey while being a positive example for others. Creating an inspiring and motivating environment around you can sometimes indirectly influence others. By simply being an example of positive growth and development, you can demonstrate the benefits of personal development through your actions and attitude, rather than through words or attempts at persuasion. Lastly, remember that everyone has their own lessons to learn and moments of revelation. Your role is not to force these moments, but to be a positive presence and support when others are ready to seek them. Recognizing when it's best not to help those indifferent to their own growth is a form of Stoic wisdom. It allows you to respect each person's journey while focusing your energy where it can be most beneficial for yourself and others. In conclusion, our exploration has led us through a path of Stoic wisdom and practical discernment. As we've seen, helping others is a virtue, but it is just as important to know when our assistance may be ineffective or even harmful. By recognizing these different types of people, we learn to use our energy and resources more wisely and effectively. Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of personal responsibility, autonomy, and prudence in our interactions. By applying these principles, we can not only improve our own well-being, but also offer more meaningful and constructive help to those who are truly willing and able to accept it and use it. If you found this information helpful, I encourage you to put it into practice in your daily life. Reflect on how you can apply these lessons to become wiser and more discerning in your willingness to help others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more enriching content and share this video with those who might also benefit from it. Your comments and experiences are always welcome, so feel free to share your thoughts below. Thank you for watching, and remember, Stoic wisdom is a valuable guide for navigating the complexities of human relationships and for living a more balanced and fulfilling life.